Pedro, congratulations on another winning performance. What were your thoughts on the game tonight?
I think we did a really good performance. So we came here to our home to do a great game against a good team. And as the coach asked us to come here and to win the game, we did a really good job. We conceded 2 goals, but it's part of the game. I think doesn't take away the performance that we did today.
You went in at half-time 1-0 up. You'd had a tricky 10 minutes before that. Gent had really come back into the game. What did the manager say? Because as we know, the second half started quite well for you.
No, because we know that we will not be in the control of the game, all the game, you know. Sometimes, even when we are really good on the game, the teams we will have to suffer sometimes a little bit, you know what I'm saying. And in the half-time, the coach asked us to continue to work and then to score, to continue the work that we were doing. We came in the second half to do like the coach said, and we scored 3 goals.
Yeah. Well, tell us about your finish.
It was funny because in the changing room, me and Axel were speaking about this. We were not discussing in a good way. This is why after I went to him running, because we discussed that what a pass he did, and after the finish, it's natural. It came naturally. Yeah.
You showed a lot of strength on the ball there, as did Gent. To be honest, they never really knew that they were beaten, did they?
Sorry.
Your opponents tonight, Gent, didn't really know when they were beaten.
Yeah, it's true. So, like I'm saying, these nights will be difficult because when they come to play here, of course, to play here at Chelsea, it's always important for the teams, and for us even more. It has to be even more important because we always want to.
So look, the manager made 11 changes today, of which you were one of them. When it comes to the competition for places, do you see that as healthy from your point of view? Is that a positive?
I think, yeah, to improve, we have to be in healthy competition. I think you don't have to have a healthy competition. I think it comes from the player. Even if you're starting every game, you have to work hard every day to compete at the highest level, to be the best, to be the better player that you can be, and this is what I do every day.
Pedro, congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
And before we went to the break, Joe, you were talking about what you can see from this Chelsea team already tactically from Enzo Maresca. Has it surprised you even just how quickly he's been able to sort of embed his ideas into this side?
Well, I wouldn't say the word surprise, but he was an unknown entity. He'd managed a few games in Italy, did a fantastic job at Leicester. You know, this was a massive step up for him, and it was a massive shout from the owners to bring him in. Eyebrows were raised, but I can only go on what I've seen on the pitch. You know, you don't get to see what he's doing week to week, but the result of it is always on the pitch. And from the day one, the Manchester City game, there were signs, there was moments where the team was starting to come together. There was a few iffy results there, but then as the games have gone past and the games are going, more and more quality, more and more structures. It's looking good, you know, and it's the first time in a few years that I think Chelsea fans are genuinely very, very positive about their team, which is a great sign.
Well, we can talk to one of the goal scorers now. You guys are very complimentary about his performance. Keenan Dewsbury-Hall is joining us. Keenan, I'm alongside Joe Cole and Peter Crouch tonight. They love what you did out there. How pleased are you with the goal and your performance?
Yeah, I'm over the moon, I can't lie. I've been waiting for that moment since I joined the club to show everybody what I'm good at, what my qualities are, and I'm just happy that it came to fruition tonight. Scoring the goal was an amazing feeling, I'll never forget that, but obviously winning the game when you change that many players in the team is such a credit to everyone, so yeah, I won't forget this night in a hurry.
Keenan, Couch here. Just want to say, Matt, in training, you must be working so hard because it just felt like you'd been playing all season. Like you went out there, you were sharp, you were getting up to people, you looked confident on the ball, your passes were crisp, and obviously you capped it off with a great goal. But it must be hard to kind of be out of the team, watching the team a little bit, but you look like you've kept yourself well in shape.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I pride myself on working as hard as I can every day. That's what I've done ever since I was a kid. And look, of course I'd like to play more, but it's my duty to make sure every day I'm making the manager, make him have a little decision to make. And I feel fit, I feel really strong and fit. I started the season with a little injury, but now that's past me and I feel really fresh. So look, whenever I'm needed and called upon, I'm going to try and give as best as I can, and that's hopefully what I did tonight.
Keenan, well done tonight, mate. It's Joe here.
Thank you.
Fantastic performance from the whole team. You've come up from Leicester. What have you noticed about the step up and the expectations and the quality around you? You looked like you really enjoyed playing today, having João Felix and Cuckoo Mudryk, such much quality around you. I mean, what's the expectations first thing, and how much have you enjoyed the process of stepping up to it with what's expected of you?
Yeah, to be honest, like I've absolutely loved it. Look, you come through the door and the expectations are through the roof, which they should be. Playing for a club like Chelsea, look, even missing place in a passing training, like it's things like that. Like honestly, the standards are so high, but I love that. And look, to be honest, when you're on a pitch, it's so nice to play with players that are on your wavelength. And as you said, people like João, people like Cristo, Pedro, like they're top players. And as a player, that's what you want to play with, because that's how you thrive and that's how you improve. So, I mean, since the first day I came into the club, it's about learning and evolving. And look, that is literally what I'm here for, to keep improving, keep learning, and hopefully kick on.
Brilliant, mate.
And Keenan, you obviously know Enzo Maresca really well. What more can you tell us about him, what he's like to work with, how demanding he is? Yeah,
he's a breath of fresh air. Ever since I first started working with him a year ago, I was just taken back by how knowledgeable he was about the game, and just everything that he did was passionate and it motivated you. And ever since he came to Chelsea, the lads were coming up to me and just so impressed with the way he worked. And I think you can see the lads are buying into it. Look, it's a fantastic style of football, and I think any player wants to play the way we want to play. So I'm really happy that everyone's working together and we're getting results. And look, we're only just scratching the surface. So let's see what happens 3, 6 months, a year from now. I think we're in a really good position.
He sets the demands and the standards, it seems. From the outside, it looks for the first time in a good couple of years, Keenan, that the squad it looks like you're really together. You know, you're celebrating goals together. What is it? Has he done anything different, or is it just demands every day in training and the standards he sets?
It's a great point. Look, since the first day he came in, he was talking about culture and the way he wants his players to represent the club and ourselves. And look, I even see videos on social media of our training sessions, and you can just see everybody's so happy to be in every day. And I feel like I've got a really good group of lads that we've got so many different nationalities, but we've all got things in common. And honestly, I come into training and I was welcome from day one, and that's exactly what you want. And I just think he's built like something at Chelsea now where the lads are really trying to grasp onto it. And I mean, look, I'm really excited, so I'm hoping the fans are too.
Brilliant.
Keenan, it's been lovely to chat to you. Well done tonight, and well done on the first goal.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Mate.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Well played.
Really fascinating hearing him talk, Joe, isn't it? When we spent this summer listening to people talking about Chelsea like it was a bit of a soap opera, really. Yeah. But when you hear him talking about how harmonious it actually is.
First of all, I like him. He said I made a good point, which is a lot better than the jibes I get from you on a Saturday morning. No, he speaks very well, and there's a reason he would have come into the club. You know, because obviously the manager knows him, and the manager would. But I think the Chelsea fans have been surprised by how good of a player they've got. You know, his career was a slower burner than he would have liked at Leicester. He was always around it, but never regular. But in last season, he was outstanding. He was probably the pick-out player of the Championship, and this is the player who's coming into his peak. And you know, if he keeps performing like this, you know, he'll be knocking on the manager's door. So it's 12 goals last season, Crouch, and you can see why. It's timing, isn't it, midfield? He senses where it might drop. He gets there, good contact, and he'll never forget that.
Yeah, it wasn't just a goal for me. Listen, he's made me believe from the interview and his performance. Like you can just tell he's absolutely loving it, and that's from a player who hasn't played much. You know, and I think if you're keeping those players happy, the ones that are on the fringes and not playing much, he's got a smile like that, enjoying coming into training every single day, then the manager's doing something right. Yeah. And I think, you know, that bodes well. I mean, I was really, really critical of Chelsea at the start of the season. I just didn't see a plan. I didn't see, you know, the amount of players. How are you going to cope with that? I think what the manager's done is he's put a few players to the side, which is a tough decision, but as a manager you've got to do that. And he's kept the ones in and around the squad that aren't playing happy, and the ones that are playing are performing. I mean, there's not a lot more you can do as a manager. And do you think you can continue to keep them happy with the cup competitions? It definitely helps. Like the more games, like this competition, Chelsea can compete on all fronts. And if they didn't, you did something wrong, because the quality in depth is up there with the certainly with your Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. Not quite the real quality like your
top draw, but they can get there. These players, they can develop. They're young, but in terms of depth, the quality's there. But it's interesting. I mean, we had Scotty Parker. You know, he was one of the best midfielders in the country when he came into us, and he found himself out of the team because he couldn't get in because of Makaleli, which is understandable. The fella had a role named after him. But when Scotty played, it would be 10 minutes here, 15 minutes, 20, and seeing out games or coming in cup games and doing his job. It was fantastic, you know, and you have to, sometimes you have to play a role, and then it comes to the point where you might have to leave, but you might break into the team, and then you become a regular. But that's, the fact that he seems so happy and content, and he's up for the fight for his place, and that will spread across the whole group, you know, because the standards are set, you know, because if you're not doing it every day in training, then you'll get found out.
Well, when you're not in the squad at the weekend, that's all you can do is react like that when you are next in the team. Right. He wasn't the only player to get his first Chelsea goal tonight, Peter, as well. Renato Vega kicked things off this evening. Yeah,
he did, yeah. I mean, you know, I haven't seen a great deal of him, but Joe was telling me what a good player he was, and I saw it tonight. You know, I thought he was fantastic. I mean, another fantastic player to have in the squad. A player who looked like he was enjoying himself, playing with a smile on his face, finds himself in a lot of space there, because João Felix takes both of them away, the winger and the fullback. They just got to communicate better. Mudryk found himself on the right-hand side, and brilliant delivery. Again, lot of criticism for his end product, but it was very good there, and it was a fantastic header.
A good addition as well, because he's so versatile as a player, Joe, and for 12 million quid, looks like a good buy as well. And then Neto as well in on the action. You called this, Peter, didn't you? You said they came out. It looks like this has been discussed at half time.
Yeah, just not just a fantastic move. It was also fantastic punditry from me there.
Settle down.
No, what I said was they had chalk on their boots, both Neto and Mudryk. They had chalk on their boots. So I said, why don't they just try and make a run inside? And they've obviously discussed it. You can tell by the celebration that they've said it at half time. Look, first one, I'm going to go and find me. I remember quite a few times at half time, I'd say to my winger, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And when it comes off, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, he confirmed that in his interview with Jeff as well. And then Vega involved in this one too for Nkunku.
Yeah, Nkunku, he's a goal scorer. 18 goals in 40 European games now. You know, for a player that wasn't a recognised number 9, that's great numbers. He's a finisher, Nkunku. You know, we had a stat, he touched the ball 4 times in half. There'll always be a player in a number 9 when you're playing against a low block. He might not touch the ball, but when the ball drops to him in the box, he hits the target, and he's a good finisher. You know, and I think he will have a very, very good career in Chelsea. His problem will be finding a place for him in the team
because he said he sees him through the middle, up front as a number 9 Maresca. So he's competing with Jackson, who's started to settle in.
But it gives you a different option. Jackson's on the shoulder. Jackson's he's raw. He makes movements. He can hold the ball. He can do a bit of everything. And Nkunku's more cultured. He's more softer with his touch. He's a better finisher. So they give you different things, you know. But what the challenge is for both of them is you're at Chelsea now. You both want to be the main man. You've got to help the club. You've got to help the group, and you've both got to improve either side of your game. It's what all young players have to do. That it's not a problem, but you're doing it in an environment where everyone seems to be doing it now. Everyone wants to pull in the right direction. So the garden's rosy at the moment.
It is, Rosie. You've made a good point. Crouch, he's a great pundit tonight. All is well with the world.
That's what you get on Thursday night.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned.
That's what you get in the Conference League, Joe, isn't it? Absolutely. Right, we've got to take a break now, but it looks like Enzo Maresca has got full buy-in from his players. 5 wins in a row in all. And now we can hear from Enzo Maresca with Jeff Brazier.
Enzo, congratulations on a win. What are your thoughts on the performance tonight?
Thank you. Good performance. Every game is tricky game, it's tough game. I think we approach very well, and overall we deserve good results, good performance. It's a bit shame, especially for the second goal we concede. We can avoid that, but probably we saw that the game was already finished the last 3-4 minutes, and we concede. But overall, very happy.
Yeah, he was incredibly convincing for the first 30 minutes of the game. Of course, this is a tough competition. Gent are a good team, so it's going to be difficult. And they didn't really know when to stop, did they?
No, but no matter the competition, every game is complicated. It's a tough game. As I said, I think we approach very well. We play a good game, some good moment. But I always say the same. We have many things that we can do better. We can attack better and defend better. But also we need to understand that until the final whistle, you have to be switch on. You cannot switch off. But overall, I said happy with the performance and the results.
What are the challenges of bringing in a whole new team of 11 players onto the pitch in a game like this tonight?
We try to share minutes. They completely deserve. As I said, the ones that they play tonight doesn't mean that they are not going to play next game or in 2 games. In this moment, it's like this. But the good thing is that they continue in the same way, and this can be crucial for us for this season.
Dewsbury-Hall obviously got the 4th goal. You jumped highest for his celebration. Was it slightly special for you that he got his first goal for the club?
No, yeah, because I know Keenan very well. I know when you are in a club and you are the main player and then you move in a big club, it's not easy, that process, because you are not the main player, you are one of the players, and sometimes you struggle to be at the beginning, so I know how difficult it is in this moment for Keenan, so I was very happy for him.
Well, he talked about the culture you're creating at the club and how everyone's working incredibly hard, but also really enjoying their football. Did you see the effects of that this evening?
Yeah, I think it was quite clear. You can see the purpose, the identity of the team. I think it's very clear.
Good luck at the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, the identity of the team very clear, Joe. They've got Forest coming up next, haven't they? And a real interesting run of fixtures to see exactly what this Chelsea team can achieve this season.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're at that rhythm where every game, they're going to go. Liverpool away springs out there, October the 20th. I think that's a massive shout. They'd played Manchester City already, and I thought they equipped themselves very well, although in defeat. But I think going away to Liverpool, I think we'll see in that game where they are.
Do you think they could go there, the way they're playing, Peter, and get a result? And what would that mean for what they can achieve this season?
I think they can go there and score goals. I don't know if they can go there and win at the moment. I think that's the question mark. So they've conceded two goals here tonight, against a side that nowhere near the quality of Liverpool really going forward. My only worry is defensively. I think they're conceding too many goals, but I think they can go there and play. They'll have possession of the ball, and they've got players that can hurt Liverpool without a doubt. Do I think they can win there? I'm not sure.
With his first choice back line, though, for the Premier League, given the changes he made tonight, do you think that was the reason why?
No, listen, I think it's rosy at the moment. I think, Chelsea are... Everyone at the start of the season was having a laugh and a joke, let's be honest, about Chelsea. It was like, how many players do they want? What's he going to do? How's he going to manage this? I don't think anyone could have managed it any better, to be quite honest. To be thrown into a big job like Chelsea and deal with the amount of players that he's had to deal with in the manner that he has so far. I looked at that second choice 11 today, go out there and be full of confidence, know their role. And that is a lot of hard work on the training ground. It really is, and it came to the front today. And of course they've got loads of players in the first 11 that you'd say are now full of confidence with Palmer, Jackson, players that are top of their game. So it's going to be a difficult game for Liverpool.
Nobody's going to look forward to playing Chelsea at the moment. There's always something to improve, though, Joe. As Crouchy said, conceded two poor goals tonight. Was it just lack of concentration?
A little bit lack of concentration. Certainly, this is from a set piece. You have to deal with it initially, and then the second phase. They bunch up. The balls. It's a fantastic delivery, and they get done at the far post. Listen, this is something they've got to get better at. We see the emergence of this with Arsenal, didn't we? Arsenal a couple of years ago conceded a lot of goals, and then they got on top of it. This set pieces can sometimes be the hardest thing to deal with. Because it should be the easiest, this organisation, but actually the more you play with each other, the more you understand. And this one, I think they'll be disappointed because that's a run through midfield, But what I would say is these lads are not playing regularly. So late on in the game, you're playing against a Gent team that have played. These lads have all played 6, 7, 8 league games. The game's won at 4-1. I understand maybe letting a run and go, but conceding goals is the next. Enjoy the fact that for the first time in a long time that Chelsea look like there's a process in place, there's a structure in place, and the future looks bright, and let these lads grow and develop as time passes.
They're huge favourites already to get to the final. Just from what we've seen tonight, Peter, are you already thinking they're going to be too strong for this competition?
Yeah, I do, because if you look at it now, I mean, they're also for the Premier League. It's going to be good if you can play a team like this the whole way through. And I think this team that played tonight, I think they could win it without doubt. Have to be strong favourites, and then you play a totally different team in the Premier League. There's not many teams that can do that at the moment.
Got the Champions League, got the Europa League. Do you want the trifecta? Will you get the Mourinho tattoo if you get it? The three
I've got one of those already.
Don't tell him.
That's news to me.
Yeah. Listen, this club has to win trophies. You know, the last 20 years, that has been what it's all been about. You know, you've gone from a club outside of what the top bracket of clubs were to one that went to the very top. The only club in London to win the Champions League twice. All right, so. You know, this club has to win trophies. The fans expect it. So that is the marker for this season. And I think they can win this. I think they can win it. I know a lovely restaurant in Raw Claw as well. I've been there. It's a lovely place.
You're already booking our trip to Poland. Have you got a tattoo of the Driscoll brothers?
No. Steady on lip.
Guys, thank you very much for tonight. I'll see you on Saturday at Selhurst Park. That is it from us. But join the highlight show next with action and reaction from all 7 British clubs involved in Europe tonight. But from us, we'll see.
Martí que si no está es por motivos de fuerza mayor, así que todo el ánimo para él, un abrazo grande y veremos si su Rayo le puede dar hoy una alegría.
En troncos de Sergio García junto a Verdú cuando ya se cogen esas cartas secretas. A turno de Aitor Vives, encara Aitor, arriba. Desviado el remate de Aitor Vives, la llega a tocar Paul Lechuga.
Días en los que quizá podrían haber tenido mejor resultado, los porteros han estado ahí.
Viene el balón para Manu, precisamente un portero es quien le da el primer gol a Troncos. ¡Gol! En la frontal del área decide combinar sobre la figura de Paul Lechuga, vértice del área, probará con el regate, no la cambia entera, qué balón de Lechuga para Alegre, para adentro. ¡Gol! Espérate porque viene Fraile, esta línea de fondo la pone Fraile, el balón para Poc, que recorta delante de Ferres. Poc, ¡qué parada abajo! De Manu Martín, lo hizo de fábula.
Ha señalado cesión.
Libre en directo, eso es.
Sí, libre en directo.
Ojo que la pone rápido en movimiento, los Troncos para adentro. Sergio, ¡gol! Vamos al penalti, presidente. Lo tirará en paralelo a la portería Perchita. Perchita ante Lechuga. Le pega Perchita. ¡Lo ha parado! Con suspense, con incertidumbre, pero acabó sacando finalmente. Pues venga, todo tuyo. Ahí está, algo bajito, capo. Verdú. Contacto con la pelota en el carril central, abre precisamente para Vives. El centro acaba siendo portería porque evitaron que el pase de la muerte pudiese llegar. Pero si eres de Barcelona y quieres vivir la emoción de la última jornada en el Cupra Arena de tanto la Kings League Infojobs como de la Queens League, puedes entrar también en el centro y el remate. Ahora te lo cuento porque es un golazo. ¡Gol! Frankie Purtí, irá Frankie para darle la vuelta al Rayo. Frankie lo ha parado. Lo ha parado Manu Martín. En la porfía con Ian, en todo caso no se aplica nada y viene el ataque ahora de los Troncos. ¡Lechuga! Román Alegre está bien, gol doble.
Gol doble para Rayo.
Sí. El capitán de los Troncos combina con Vives. ¡Lechuga! Era muy difícil porque le botó justo en el momento. Un penalti shot-out. Tanto sonoras como lumínicas del Cupra Arena. Sorroche para el tercero. Lechuga. Decide combinar sobre Paul Román. Aparece Román Alegre que filtra el envío. El remate para adentro. ¡Gol de oro! ¡Cántalo! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! Del Rayo de Barcelona. Llegar y besar el santo Joel Paredes.
Frankie Purtí, Prime MVP, por fin ha llegado esa victoria tan esperada para el Rayo.
Sí, ha costado mucho,
La verdad que aquí ganar cuesta muchísimo y hay que valorarlo mucho y como ha dicho el míster, al final hoy era un partido amistoso que encarábamos como preparación para el partido donde nos jugamos la vida, que es el partido de play-out del Mundial, y esperemos que esto nos sirva para encarar una buena dinámica y encarar ese partido de la mejor manera posible.
Hoy no ha podido estar el Presi, no sé si nos estará viendo desde casa y no sé si le quieres decir algo.
Yo creo que sí nos estará viendo. Le mando un fuerte abrazo. Esta semana ha sido una semana difícil para él y espero que este le anime, tanto la victoria del femenino como la nuestra este fin de semana. Espero que le anime y que le ayude a pasar la semana de la mejor manera posible y decirle que le queremos mucho y que vamos a dar la vida para que el Rayo esté en el Mundial.
Ojalá que así sea. Enhorabuena. Gracias.